Good morning. This is Navy Old Salt Gamer, and I'm back on my somewhat expanded base on Base Engineers. Getting a little more used to it. Added a few wind turbines. Built my miner. Not pretty. Kind of improvised. It works. Let's take it for a test flight and do some mining here before the wolves come and get me. One question, if somebody could answer this for me. I did get ice. I put it in here and it does go to my well, let me go over here. Go to generator, and it does go into my oxygen tank if I in my other tanks. If I look in here and inventory, well, that's not going to work. I have to look at the tank itself, don't I? Still getting somewhat familiar with this. How do I do that? Is it I? No. That? Anyway, it does go into my oxygen tank. I got some in there. I got a little bit of hydrogen in there. But when I link with this, which is connected, link with my survival kit, the survival kit will not refill my jetpack. Although it does get refilled when I jump into my ship. So that's a little thing, something that's got me a little confused, because it is connected. Shouldn't this get refilled? I'll have to do some research on that, but somebody could tell me what I'm doing wrong. I know there's something with bottles. Maybe I gotta stick bottles in there, I don't know. But anyway, let's go for a test flight here, which isn't really a test flight because I've already done it. I got things set up. Let's unlock. Go up, and I gotta go to the left because my wind turbines are there. Now let's go mine some iron. I've already done a little bit in this mine. Iron mine's pretty close. I think I have a big one over here somewhere. Is that it? I think that's the one I used. I don't know what angle I got in there, but I did all the testing where you lean, and it holds up pretty well the way I got it set up. Yeah, this is the one I used. So let's go down inside here. Turn the lights on. I'm just about out of iron down here, I think. Turn those on. Go to that. So there we go. It does work. Everything seems to work. I have it so I can turn off the sorter and the ejector to spit out rocks, but why waste them? I hang on to them. And, yeah, you don't get much from them, but you keep them in the refinery. Might as well use the refinery as I'm doing other stuff. Let it do the rocks, too. But you do get a lot of ore this way. I got a lot of iron, to be honest with you. And I do bump into things every once in a while. There we go. But there you go, it does work. I can fly around in here and I can mine and do what needs to be done. And turn them back off. Back out of here. I guess I could go up. And I'm not quite used to keeping things level. There we go. There we go. And you can do minor bumps. It doesn't seem to hurt things. I do check it every time and level here again. Now the big thing I found, I did find some ice, which I hunted around for quite a while before I found some ice. It's up here, or is it over here? That's it. Over here. So it is a little ways away, but it's not too bad. With the mining ship, you get there pretty quick. And I did try and mine this with the ship. I came in at too steep of an angle, so it doesn't quite work the way I planned. Down a little bit, slow down. I do have the ore detector on here, so somewhere around here. Silicone and ice. There's an ice at 65. So it's pretty deep, too. That didn't help. This is, and the direction finding on this is kind of tricky. 80, so it's this way somewhere. I could probably start another one and go for this one. Or this way, I guess. I'm still getting closer, but I don't know if it's straight down or behind me. Looks like it's behind me. So I'm still getting used to that. Now it's getting further away, so it must be straight down there. Yeah, I'm still getting used to that. Is that the one I mined? That might be where it started. But what I did do here, because it's just easier, for me anyway, is I just, at this point, it won't be easier later. And I have a camera where I can look down. And give me an estimate of how low I am. That's pretty good. So I just exit the ship there. I do some manual mining sometimes if it's a tight situation. And we'll just go in here and do 3. This is pretty straight down, but ooh, I need the light, don't I? Holy cow. Yep. Crouch. I just do some manual mining down here. I got a lot of stone and stuff I should take with me. Matter of fact, I'm going to grab everything here. It's kind of in the way at this point. Wrong button.
Inventory full.
Okay, so I do have to, now I'll be able to double check and make sure that my suit does get refilled in my ship, because it did at least the last time I used it. So if I'm low enough I can reach it, if not I'll just fly up. But I'm at 86, so 86. So it doesn't refill here either. So my question would be how to get my hydrogen to my other stuff. I have to look that up, I guess. I'm missing something there. Alright, so let's fly back, show you how that works. I think it's that one. I might add a couple more thrusters. It does go pretty fast, but yeah, it just takes a while to get going. Where's my base? There it is, I think. Yeah. I gotta go around the other side. Okay. Obviously it's a little slower when you're heavy. Got 2 gyros on here, I might experiment with that too. Okay, let's go down. Kind of amusing that you can have the intakes to these thrusters blocked, but not the exhaust. I don't know exactly how they get the air they need when you block the intakes, but I guess you have to have one of them open or else the game wouldn't work too well. Okay, and then I put the camera. I line things up. And slowly go down, and the magnet will gently grab you if you go down slow enough. It's a little touchy to get it exactly in place, but there we go. And then I exit the camera, hit 9 to lock it, and then I can exit. And then it transfers everything right into my base, which works out pretty nice, most of it. The rocks I think will still be stuck in there, but I have ice here, so I'll transfer that with Alt middle click. So all that went in there. and I have to check because I think I'm going to have stone trapped in here. I do, quite a bit actually. And we'll just put that in there and let the refinery do its thing. And anything else that I got to take out of there. Iron in the refinery. Stone in the connector, I got to take that. Okay. Not sure why all this stuff sits in there, but I think I can pull it out if I want to. Oh, there's some more stone. Inset connector. And iron, so, Oop. I have to check. I might not have things flowing through the system as nicely as I would hope, but basic refinery. Can I move this way? I can. Then I don't have to put it in my hand. It's easier to do this, I think. I can't move it that way. Can I move it? This is what I mean. Sometimes things won't. Now, why would it let me transfer that and not the iron? There's a couple things that I don't understand with this game. If I could move stone that way, there should be no reason why I can. Maybe it's defaulting back into that, so let's put it up here this way. Nope, can't do that. Not from here, it's red, so I'm not connected for some strange reason. Inset connector. Nope, can't bring that way. Medium cargo container. I got a lot of stuff to process. Wow. Get all that up here. I can't even hold it all. Can't do it that way. Can't do it that way. No, I can't. That's a food processor, that's why. Okay, so I'll just let it go. Maybe something's full and it's in a waiting queue or something. But there you go. So now my hydrogen's filled. So maybe it has to be connected to the base to refill it. That's very possible, but somehow I can't refill it from my survival kit. And I'm not completely sure. Are my oxygen tanks, this is stuff you gotta pay attention to, what a nightmare. Are my oxygen tanks connected? That is. Are my tanks connected? Yeah, they're connected. So I don't understand what I gotta do to pull from my tanks into here. If anybody can help me with that, I would appreciate it. A lot of difficult things in here, but there you go. Working good, tons of food, thanks to the wolves. I have tons of food, and this isn't even all of it. I have a bunch in there. I'm almost to the point now where if I kill a wolf, I don't even bother grabbing the meat, because it's like, why bother? So I gotta figure out my next steps. I understand that this probably isn't the best way to put these tanks on here, but it worked for me at the time because I didn't have any way of recharging my hydrogen and I couldn't get up there. I guess I could put a ramp up or something, but steps or something. But that worked, and it's out of the way, so it doesn't really bother me. I gotta get shelter up too somehow because we'll get ice storms here and I get battered by the ice storms. Some of the ice chunks must be pretty big because they take me down half health. And I haven't died, which is amazing, so my health, I'm at 150%, I think. Should be, yeah. My bonuses are pretty good. Those go away if you die. So far, I've been okay. There you go. Nothing pretty with the ship, but it works. Again, Navy Old Salt Gamer. If you like these, subscribe and like. And I'll see you in the next... way too many tanks, by the way. Let's do one more check here. Inventory. Yeah, it doesn't even, it looks like they can't even take anymore. Where's my food processor? There should be transferring those. I don't understand some of the things about this. So it looks like that's disconnected. Oh, I would have to go here. Never mind. I would have to go there. But why isn't this transferring correctly anymore? We're all just sitting here instead of... This was working. Food processor, food processor. This system is kind of hokey. I missed it. There it is. I can put them in there manually. Is this full? No, that's not full. Maybe I don't have any more production. That's got to be it. Production. Let's look at the food processor. I don't. I would explain it. Here I am blaming the system and its operator error. Just do 1,000. Control Alt, I think. Nope. Excuse me. Huh. Anyway. Oh shit. There it is. Control Shift. And I still got 40 uncooked meats. No. I have a bunch of uncooked meat in here too, or cooked meats. Okay, so there you go. See you in the next episode. Have a good day.